This video is sponsored by Squarespace. And that's all the footage that I recorded on the Canon R5. I'm really disappointed. Disappointed is actually an understatement. I only got to shoot 30 minutes of 4K 60 clips before this camera overheated on a typical YouTube shoot. How long have we been shooting video for?
10 minutes.
We've been shooting video for 10 minutes, 4K 60, not even 4K 120 like the Sony. And it's already showing overheating sign. But the Sony never overheated, right? 4K 120.
Nope.
And it was a hotter day.
It was very
Maybe it's the model.
We're still getting the overheating signal and it won't let us record anything. It won't let us record anything. And we've been out here, what, like 15 minutes, but not recording through the whole time. With the A7S III, I was shooting 4K 120 clips for 3 hours on a hotter day with no indication of overheating or anything like that. No problems at all. And this camera gave me 30 minutes of 4K 60 clips before we had to shut it down and I had to switch over to the A7 III, our backup camera. I needed a backup camera to finish off the job. I didn't set this camera out in the heat just to sit there baking, shooting 4K 120, 4K 60. I used it in the real world like I did with the A7S III. I can't rely on a camera like this for even my YouTube production. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not shooting a wedding. I'm shooting a YouTube video, you know, where you can actually take a break and start up again. That's what we did. We stopped when the camera would start working again and it allowed us to record. It shut off almost instantly, like a couple minutes, it shut off. I don't know the exact times that we waited, but I'm really disappointed, man. I really wanted, and I do love the camera. It's amazing for photography. The files are gorgeous, but we're gonna get into that later. The way the camera feels, the autofocus rivals Sony at this point. It is incredible, even with an adapted 200mm lens. To call this the ultimate hybrid camera, well, that's what I called it, the holy grail hybrid camera. It's not really the holy grail hybrid camera anymore, or at least in my eyes, because if I can't rely on this camera for a 30-minute YouTube B-roll shoot, what can I rely on it for? My home videos? That's what I got this camera for. I have my cheaper cameras that I don't need this kind of camera to do that. You know what I'm saying? For video, A7S III, 100%. That's not the fanboy in me talking. I started off with Canon. I love Canon cameras. I love the files. I love the lenses. I can't rely on this camera for video. But for photography, this is something I would really mess with. It is a dream to use for photography. It's so good. The perfect Canon camera for photography. So good. Stay tuned for the Canon photography video that's coming out soon. But anyways, let me give a shout out to my sponsor for this video, and that is Squarespace. If you are looking for a website, blog, or an online store, make sure to check out Squarespace. Every photographer needs a website. If Instagram goes tomorrow, you still have your website. It's so easy to use, so easy to choose your style template and to change things up at a click of a button. You don't need a web developer or anybody to help you with it. It's so easy. And if you want to start selling stuff on your website, like prints or digital products or anything like that, you can definitely do it. It's so easy to use. It's a great way to like make side income. I sell my Lightroom presets and my retouching tutorial on there. Makes it so easy to use. So use the coupon code Manny and you get 10% off your first purchase. I will see you in a couple of days. Right, Lily? Right? Bye-bye.